Good morning, everybody. On this Monday, I'm Nikki Stanzione, and this is New Mexico Style. I'm hoping you guys had a wonderful weekend. I want to send a special shout out to Mark Quinones of Bien Shore over at Sandia Resort and Hotel and Casino. He made the most fantastic dinner for me on Saturday night, and I just want to say thank you to him publicly. He's on the show a lot, and he's just fantastic. Highly recommend going to see him at Bien Shore. In the meantime, this is a wonderful Monday morning. We're doing some very special things across town. In fact, Kristen Van Dyke is collecting toys this morning at American Home Furniture for Toys for Tots, and she actually will join us in just a few moments. But first, let's start our morning off with KRQE News 13 anchor Matt Morrow for today's news headlines. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Nikki, and good morning to you. We start off with some heartbreaking news. At 8:01, he is ready to come home. The 86-year-old man from Albuquerque who watched his wife pass away while stranded in the mountains in Arizona is now out of the hospital this morning, and he says he's ready to come back to New Mexico. Dana Davis and his wife Betty were driving back to New Mexico back on December 1st when they took a couple of wrong turns and got stuck in the mountains. A snowstorm had them struggling to survive. Then they tried to walk for help. That's when Betty collapsed and died. Dana was released from the hospital this weekend. His daughter says he's going to stay with some family out in Arizona for a bit before he heads back to Albuquerque sometime soon. In national politics, President Obama is making his case to get reelected this morning. Last night, he went on CBS's 60 Minutes and defended his economic policies, the ones that so many people have criticized.
Not only saving this country from a Great Depression, not only saving the auto industry, but putting in place a system in which we're going to start lowering health care costs.
Well, the president definitely has his work cut out for him. There's a new CBS News poll out. It shows that 54% of Americans think the president does not deserve to be reelected. Now, as for the Republicans who would like to replace Mr. Obama, the Iowa caucuses are now just 3 weeks away, and the candidates are trying to set themselves apart from one another. So today, the current leader, Newt Gingrich, and the second-place candidate, former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney, will all be in New Hampshire. That's the first state to have a primary election just after the first of the year. Then all of the candidates will be back in Iowa Thursday for another debate, the 13th of the year so far. Well, a new report is out this morning that takes a very close look at Albuquerque's police department. The city has hired a private company to draft this report after a number of officer-involved shootings. The city paid nearly $7 million in the past 2 years to settle lawsuits, all triggered by officers' actions. The City Council committee could review that report as early as today. Well, it is no doubt a beautiful display that lights up the holidays each and every year that so many of us go and see. But some people watching wanted to know exactly who is paying for the massive electric bill for the River of Lights. So we sent News 13's David Romero to dig up the answer.
It's become a holiday tradition in Albuquerque.
And we think it's a fantastic community, much loved event that we want to keep going and going if we can.
For 15 years, the city's biopark has hosted the River of Lights. The dazzling month-long display showcases strands of millions of lights in various shapes. And you would think, with all the glowing features and the city in a budget crunch, how much is this costing taxpayers?
Somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000 more for that month than it would be on other months.
But the exact cost of the lights is all part of one lump sum electric bill for the entire biopark.
When I say entire facility, I say the Botanic Garden and the aquarium. So River of Lights is part of that, but that means office heaters are running. That means the aquarium is working a little harder. So we're just a portion of that.
The River of Lights is a fundraiser put on by the New Mexico Biopark Society, a nonprofit organization which receives money from private foundations, individuals, businesses, and the state. The proceeds from the event go to support a number of other biopark projects.
Sometimes it might be for animal procurement, for expanding exhibits, buying equipment for the vet clinic. There's all kinds of things, but 100% of those net proceeds go back to the facility itself.
In the efforts of saving money, the event is still in the process of switching over the lights to some more efficient LEDs.
Yes, there are expenses that go with this event, but the reality is the amount we give back far exceeds what we're paying out in those areas. And it's such a great family tradition and such a pride factor for our community. I think that we can just keep working harder and harder to get that 3,000 plus a little number to go down.
For You Ask, We Answer, David Romero, KRQE News 13.
All right, thank you very much, David. Great information there. Then if you want to check out the River of Lights, tickets are $8 for adults and $4 for kids. That about does it for your Monday morning headlines. Don't forget to start your day off with Elizabeth Alvarez, Kristen Van Dyke, and myself on KRQE News 13 from 5 to 7. And Nikki, I know you're a mover and a shaker. You're always busy and on the go, but if you get a chance, go check out the River of Lights. They're absolutely gorgeous this time of year.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, you know, I've heard such good things about it. It's definitely on my list of to-dos this holiday season.
Good deal.
Have you been there?
I have, yeah, I'd love it. It's great. Gets you like the Christmas music and the atmosphere outside. Even with the cold out there, you don't really notice it. It's definitely worth it.
I love it. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll take your advice.
All right.
Thanks, Matt. And of course, as I mentioned earlier on, today is the last big push for Toys for Tots. And what's happening is about 3,500 families are registered to receive toys this week. But since most families have more than one child, we're told that 10,000 toys are still needed. That's a lot of toys, guys. And supplies are still short. So I'm very happy to say that Kristen, although I'm here alone and I don't have her to talk to today, I'm glad that she has been collecting toys this morning at American Home Furniture. Kristen, can you hear me, girl?
Hey, Nikki, good morning.
You're so far away.
Yeah, it's cold out here. Bundle up before you head out the door this morning, but very heartwarming. A lot of folks coming out and giving back the Toys for Tots. I'm here live, like Nikki just mentioned, at American Home Furniture, right off of Carlisle and Menaul. Not hard to get here at all, and of course, very easy to see. We've got law enforcement here. We've got the mounted police. We've got the fire department. We've got the Marines here, and of course, we have this nice table set up here collecting the toys, and we need to collect a whole lot more. I know we're under where we need to be so far. This is the last big push to get these toys in for kids for Christmas, and so far a lot of neat gifts. Candyland, I've seen Bop It, bicycles, tricycles, so some good stuff here, but this is what we're trying to fill up. This truck, this U-Haul truck, and you can see we got a long way to go before we are done with this. So this just got started at 5 a.m. It's going to be going all day long, so we definitely want to get these toys out, but not only just toys. You can also, if you haven't had time to get out and do that Christmas shopping yet, or you decide that, hey, I want to stop by and help out this morning or this afternoon, but I don't have time to go grab a gift, you can bring cash or even checks, and then online for Toys for Tots, you can go to their website and actually donate via credit card if that's the only way you can do it. But needless to say, we still want to get a lot more toys here, and we want to make sure that there are a lot of happy faces when they wake up for Christmas. And again, this is the last big push. We have a lot of people here, and coming up in just a little bit, we'll talk to some of the Marines here who are helping out. Now let's get to the weather. It is chilly out. It is a very great day out there. We're watching a few showers that are down to the south of us right now, and some of that may move into Albuquerque, mainly staying south, but we may see a few flakes of snow as we head through the morning. Going into the lunch hour, any showers that are around, though, will be in the form of liquid, because we're going to be watching those temperatures rise well above freezing today. Winter storm system is moving in. We have winter storm warnings in effect for the northern mountains, the east mountains, and also out west across the western plateau and, of course, the western mountains. Now, the Gila is going to get the most out of the system. We're talking 1 to 2 feet of snow out that way. The northern mountains, 8 to 12 inches of snow, and of course on the east mountains 6 inches or more. The foothills may pick up an inch or two, but again, this system, though it is going to feel quite chilly, not quite cold enough for the snow for the metro area. So we'll go ahead and take a look now at the temperatures. Temperatures out there are mainly in the low 30s for the metro area, single digits and teens to 20s up to the north, and then down in the southeast we're talking temperatures above freezing, so all in the liquid form down in the southeast. Your 7-day forecast coming up here, and you're going to see clouds and rain likely tonight for Albuquerque, tomorrow and into tomorrow night. We'll have another look at that weather, and again, we're going to talk to some more folks out here that are donating here with Toys for Tots. We hope to see you out here. Come on out.
Thank you so much, Kristen. Try to stay warm. Nobody knows what's going to happen with the weather better than you. Thank you.
All right.
And you know, I understand our producer saying that there's been some buzz, that there are some extra needs right now for teen girls. So if you have some great gifts that teen girls would like, I would say things like makeup and, you know, fun blingy stuff. I think we'll talk to the mommy and the guy first about it, but I think that's stuff that they would love. So keep an eye out if you have any teen gifts. And of course, for everybody across the board, we want to make sure the truck gets full.